thank you so much for watching and welcome back to my channel. I'm Una, I do panning and other related content, and today I'm doing my deck of panning update number 2. So this is March. I'm so excited. I'm filming this a couple days early, like barely early enough to post on time, but that's okay. And we have some new things rolling out and in. Quick update. I know that we have a deck of cards in my apartment, but I don't really want to have to go ask my roommates about it every time, so I'm gonna stick to the tarot cards. I think they're fun and unique. I'm putting in the Fool for my Joker right now. That's in here. It's like a little bit of a pain to arrange, but mostly it's fine, and I never use these cards otherwise. So anyway, yes, deck of panning. If you don't know what this is, it's a project pan based off of like a game board with a deck of cards, and if you really want to know the details, go check out the creator, Emily and Max. Yeah, which I'll link everything. I don't want to spend too much time explaining it. It's very fun and very cool, and it started last year. So thank you so much, Emily. I love your content. It's great. It's amazing. Anyway, okay, so I'll start by going through, sorry, I'm shuffling. I probably shouldn't be doing that while I talk because it's making noise, so I'll stop. I'll start by going through the products I had in for the past month in my little notebook here. Okay, so first is something that I rolled in at the introduction, which was for Spotlight a Panner, and I picked Rebecca Morgan, who loves green eyeshadow. So this is my Super Shock Shadow in the shade Moonwalk, and I am wearing it today. It's so pretty. My goal was to use this 15 times. Last month I had only used it like 9 or something. Anyway, I hadn't used it 15 times, and I think it was 11 actually. And this month I have used it 16 times. So this is what it looks like now. I hit pan on it after like 6 uses. This was a pleasure to have in. I didn't wear it that much this past month, mostly because my panless eyeshadows just didn't really go with it, although after my most recent update, it's finally, they're getting along a little bit better, but now I'm rolling this out anyway. So yeah, I mean, I do really love this shade. I feel like it's not the most impactful. I mean, it is metallic, and I guess maybe it's just that it's metallic rather than like sparkly shimmery, but I don't know. I wasn't reaching for this a lot. I only reached for it, yeah, enough just to barely hit the goal yesterday, and then one more time today. And but I'm glad I had it in. I'm glad I have pan on it now. That was really lovely for my pan percentage and everything, and just to show that this is a little bit more loved and used. And yeah, I do love me some of these kind of green orange, green brown types of shadows, so I'm glad I had that in. That's finally rolling out. Okay, next, which was for the prompt, an eyeshadow. I picked my Depotted ABH Red Ochre, which is from the Modern Renaissance. I don't support ABH anymore, but I do want to get used to these shadows. My goal was to hit pan, and I was starting from basically new. I had probably used it like 5 times, just because I don't usually use shades like this a lot, unless I prompt myself. I have now used it, okay, I'll put in a picture of what it looked like last month. I've used it now 20 times, and this is what it's looking like. So I don't know how well you can see. There is a pretty decent dip in there. I feel like we're maybe halfway there, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, which is definitely weird for an ABH shadow, but it's not that weird in general, and I've been using this a ton with everything, so I don't mind too much. It would have been nice to have pan, but that's okay. I just keep it in my little magnetic palette that I keep around. This has been lovely, both with kind of, I can put it in a cool tone look and it still looks good. I don't know, sometimes I kind of have to cover it up with other stuff, but it can still pull kind of in a mauve-y look. It can pull a little bit that way, but then I can also, like, I used it on my outer corner today in this very like orangey, warm, yellowy tone look, so it's been nice to have around. Okay, next was my e.l.f. Dewy Spray in for the prompt spray. These were very straightforward prompts. This is actually the only spray that I have, and my goal was to use it 15 times, and I have used it 23 times. Yeah, I've used it 23 times, which, yeah, I mean, it's my only spray, and I'm working with kind of a finicky base combination right now, and I find that I like to spray this on right after it's done, and I think it helps, because this is like a dewy spray. It all kind of blends together. This, I will say, it's a little bit oily, and the sprayer's not the best. Like, sometimes if you spray it all the way down, it's like really, you can really feel it on your face, and then I'm like worried that it's going to be too much, and then if I try to spray it less, sometimes it just like dribbles out and then the whole front is covered in oil, because this has coconut and argan oil in it, but it's okay. So 23 uses got me from that line to where it is now. It's a good chunk of the bottle, but there's still plenty left, and that will be rolling out, so that's great. The next one is another Super Shock shadow. This was for the shade, for the prompt glittery, and it's in the shade Ritz, and my goal was to also use this 15 times. I have used it, I used it 8 times, so I'm more than halfway there, just barely, and there's a nice big dip in the middle. I'm sure I will hit pan in this by the next update if I haven't already. I don't think it's actually pan, but I didn't use this as much as I thought I would, but I can definitely push towards using this more, at least another 7 times before the next update to hit that goal. Yeah, I don't know, this was, I thought it would go really well with my cool tone looks, but I just didn't want to reach for it, and the base of it is pretty warm actually, even though the reflect is like cool toned. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but anyway, this just wasn't exactly what I was reaching for. I had lots of other sparkly shades to reach for, so I'll roll this out by a next update. It just didn't happen this month, which is fine. And finally, for what I already had in, I rolled in my LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer for the prompt Something You Wish You Returned. This is a peach color corrector that's just quite dark for me, so yeah. My goal was to use it 25 times. I have used it 20 times, which is really good actually. I did not think that I would get that many uses. I've basically just been wearing 3 concealers every day because I mix this with a concealer that's too light for me, which is in another project right now. And then I also use my blue concealer I'm trying to pan, which is the right shade. Anyway, there's a lot of concealer on my face right now. I usually just kind of put it here, where I'm the bluest, and then sometimes a little bit on my chin, maybe a little bit here where you can see some veins. This has been nice. I mean, I don't know that I really like it better than just like a good concealer, because it's definitely not like perfect, but it's really fine. I think I can like use this up slowly over the course of the next couple years maybe. Hopefully it won't go bad before then. There's definitely like not too much in this tube. There's definitely, it seems like there's some air in there, so who knows, but that's not the point of this. The point is that I will use it for sure another 5 times in this project, whoops, before next month, but it's in for right now. So that means we have 2 roll outs, 2 roll ins, and I am going to pick my new cards now. I'll stop talking. Okay, so I have my deck of cards. I'm going to say that wands are hearts, swords are diamonds, pentacles are clubs, and cups are spades. I have a little cheat sheet. I don't know if it's the same as last time. It's probably not, but that's what I'm going to say. And so I'll match up with the game board that way. So, okay. The 3 of Pentacles. So, Pentacles are clubs. The 3 of Clubs is a glittery product. Again, okay. Alright, cool. I guess, alright. Glittery product. And the next one, the 3 of Wands. Oh, that's really funny. Last time, I did another thing where I got the same number in 2 different suits, but I did that twice, so now this is the third time I've done that where I have the same number in 2 different suits. This is the 3 of Wands. Wands are hearts, so the 3 of Hearts is a pencil. Okay, that'll be interesting. I'll go think about those and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully I'm in approximately the same position. These were kind of tricky. I also didn't write them down, which I should definitely do. But, okay, so the first one was glittery, and I was like, I don't know. I decided I wanted to do an eyeshadow. I did briefly think about a highlight, but eyeshadow's good. And one of the eyeshadows that I have recently pulled into my like 2nd level Build Your Own palette, which I kind of rotate through more, is the Terra Moons Cosmetics shadow in this shade Celine. And it's like an iridescent topper, so it doesn't look like much in the pan. It just kind of looks white. It looks a little bit blue in person, a little bit green. It's gorgeous, and I pulled it in because I have some blues in my Pandas eyeshadows, but why not make it official? Because this shade deserves more love. I will swatch it for you. because it's gorgeous. If you can see it. So right now, based off of the light we have going in my room, it looks really yellow, which it definitely can. To me, with different light, it looks really blue. So this is just like a stunning, I don't know if you can see it better on my finger, like, it's like yellowy blue. It's so beautiful. So I want to use this 10 times. I think that's pretty reasonable for this kind of shade, and it's 10 more uses than I would get otherwise. So that's going to be my goal for that. I'm going to write it down really quick so I don't forget. Okay, and then the next prompt was pencil, and I have a couple of pencils, but I'm working on an eyeliner right now, so I decided to do my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Auburn. It's not a great shade match. I have recently, because of that TikTok trend, used it as a lip liner a couple times, and I'm not a huge lip liner person, but it was nice. It was fun. It was nice and warm and nude. This is how much I have, and I think I'm going to make my goal to use half. So I'll put in a picture of like some markings, like what's about half, and I think I can do that pretty easily, although it might take me a couple months. So that's my goal for this one. I do use a spoolie a lot, so I have it around, so hopefully it won't be too hard to incorporate. And I'm not panning on any other brow products, so that should be good. And those are my roll-ins. So let me just recap a little bit what I'm doing. So for my new products, where did I put it? Oh my gosh. Okay, for my new products, this is Terramoon Celine. My goal is to use it 10 times, which I think should be pretty easy in the next month, hopefully. Then I have this brow pencil. My goal is to use half of it. Hopefully I can get that done within a couple months. And then of the products that I already had rolled in, I have Red Ochre. My goal is to hit pan. I think I can do that by next month. It's that one right there. I have ColourPop Ritz. My goal is 15 uses. I can definitely do that in the next month. And I have my Pro Conceal, and I only have 5 more uses. So I can definitely do that in the next month. So I should have at least 3 rolling out next month, if not more, which is very exciting. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are excited for the next one. I hope you'll check out some of my other videos. It was so lovely to have you here. Thank you. Goodbye.